All right. Recruiting-wise, and again, this is why these guys are up here too. Recruiting is always a team effort. It's a team effort with your players. It's a team effort with your support staff. It's a team effort with your fans and the way that they support and care about the program and the way they turn out for the Hoosier Asterias and the games and the gear that they wear. But we wouldn't be anywhere without what these guys are doing, because you got to have – you're not going to win without great point guard play. And these guys really are the point guards, per se, of what we're doing, because they know where everybody needs to be. They know exactly what we need. They recruit at a high level. They don't just recruit in a one or two dimension way. They recruit the whole gamut. And for our recruiting class this year, I think it's a sign of the times, and that whatever way we looked at recruiting in the past, it's all changing now. You know, it's all changing. So you got to be able to adjust with it. It's like the new rules. Who adjusts the best gets it. Well, you got to stay true to what you want. And we tried to stay true to getting people that had athletic upside, that had that character and work ethic upside, have that intelligence upside, and that are really competitive and from winning programs. And I think we hit that. I think we absolutely hit that. We hit people that come from winning programs, not just good teams. We hit on getting people from excellent families, and we hit on getting people that are well coached. And I'll start with the way that they came down. In Robert Johnson Jr., we got a guy that plays with an edge. He has a determination about him. He was one of those guys that was known but relatively unknown nationally until the summer came, and he went out there and established what he could do. And we started recruiting him even while James was committed, because we felt the two of them could play together. And even after James decommitted and during the recruiting process to get him to come back with us, we never wavered on those two together could be phenomenal. And for having it to turn out this way is excellent, because when with where we're at, we're trying to get multidimensional, versatile, attack, downhill players that can make shots. And Robert Johnson can do all that. He can play off the ball. He can play. He can handle the ball. He can play down the middle. He can play off the wing. He can shoot the three. He's got a tenacity defensively. He's got a strong work ethic. He's got a humility that we love. He was very, very easy for the players to enjoy. You know, when he was on his visit, a couple of them knew him, you know, from that part of the country, but most didn't. And he fit in extremely well. He comes from a home where they want the best for him. They've preached education. He's done an outstanding job in school, year-round winner, like I said, in high school and in the AAU program, and wants to be a great player. So we were very, very fortunate to get him. His tenacity, his ability to make plays and make shots, his ability to deliver the basketball, his ability to get up into people defensively helps him right off the bat. One of the letters isn't in yet, and so we're going to have to skip that right now. But one of the other letters that's in is James Blackman Jr. And this, to me, we've known him longer than we've known half our team. And getting to know James Blackman from the very beginning, in June, I believe, of 2010, when he came up to a camp for the first time, all the way through to today, when I talked to him after he'd signed, it has been an absolute privilege to be a part of that family. Because when you start to think about families, and we've recruited some really great families in Indiana, that's a family right there. And his mom and dad, not only are you getting a well-coached young man, but you're getting a guy that's coached by his dad. And not only, and what he did with Deshaun Thomas in high school and the way he's won at Lures is fantastic. And so you know you're getting somebody that's bringing, that James has an ability to do so much, and he's being pushed to do a lot. And that's going to be very, very key when he gets here. James is a phenomenal shooter with phenomenal range. He's getting better every day with his ball handling, with his driving. He is one of the best open court players that I've ever personally been a part of recruiting. He's growing. I think the greatest thing to me about James was how he recovered from his knee injury and what he did to take that chip on his shoulder of being a great player just got bigger and bigger. And sometimes when you go through an injury like that, you can go the other way. He didn't. He went the way of becoming better and better. I think he's just scratching the surface athletically. I think he's just scratching the surface as a player. In my mind, we got the absolute best player in the state of Indiana. And there was no debate for us for a long, long time that he was that guy. And not just because of what he's doing, but because of what he can do in high school, and then what I think he can do here. He is going to become a guy that is going to be able to handle that ball. He's got point guard skills. He has got versatility, and he's got a want to. And again, he knows how to play, knows how to win. He can fit in any environment. It's like Tim Buckley would say, he can make a gym or make a shot in Marion, Indiana. He's going to be able to make a shot in Assembly Hall. He could make a shot in a third world country, not knowing anybody. He can shoot the ball. And we knew going in that was going to be an absolute must for us, was to get better there. And so we addressed our needs with a capital N, I guess, so to speak, in the way that we recruited. But to get the quality of young men, to get the way that they are as people and their families, and to bring those families in here, and to bring young men that really know how to win, that's a big deal. And going through the process with James, even after the decommitment, I got it. I got it at that time why he decommitted. He'd never been anywhere else. He had never seen another school. A few years ago, you grow as a parent, you grow as a coach. I got it. Sometimes people can decommit, and it's the best thing that could happen for you. That was not the case with James. We really wanted him to be here, and we were willing to be in the fight. We were willing to be in the fight, and that's what it was, because everybody else wanted him too. He's an outstanding player. But it helped the relationship continue to not only grow, but to cement. It gave him a different perspective, and I think it made him, or helped him, I should say, appreciate Indiana that much more and appreciate what it means to play in the state of Indiana, because he is a young man from Indiana. He got a chance to see some great programs. He got a chance to see them showing what they had to offer, their best. But the great thing about him is he always knew when we didn't have it. He's in the state of Indiana when we'd lose a game, or he's in the state of Indiana when we didn't do this or we wouldn't do that. Well, he's also in the state of Indiana when we did do those things. And I think at the end of the day, he knew that he could come in here and really impact this program, as did Rob and as did, as in this entire recruiting class. So I'll turn it over to those guys. You can ask anything you want, but we're ecstatic with this class, and we're ecstatic about the future of it, because, like I said, we got the needs answered with a capital N for what we need to do to keep taking the next step in this program.